Good morning, everybody. We are out at Hornets Nest. Got a tournament here this weekend. So we're going to be going through the layout. It's the Hornets Nest Buzz Off 2022 layout. So if any of you are local and you want to play it, it actually is in UDisc. We are going to be playing from the long tee on hole 1. Hopefully we can shoot pretty well today. Going to try and play smart and avoid bogeys if at all cost. If I can avoid bogeys, I'll end up below par. So that's what we're going to try and do. Let's get into it. So I've never tried this before, but the felon I threw last time is just too inconsistent. It's not straight enough for this hole. I'm going to try and throw this Fury and see if I can throw it flat. I don't need to give it that much power. I just need it to carry down to where the ground goes up down there. Sit down. Might be a little bit off the fairway, but that should work. All right, so this is going to be a pretty difficult shot. I got to do a patent pending with something a little more stable that'll come back. But if it's too stable, I won't be able to get enough force on it. So maybe, honestly, no, I'm going to change that. I'm going to throw my max weight diamond kind of high. And trust it as it runs out of speed, and we'll end up making its way back to the basket here, because it won't hold this the whole way. Okay, it did hold it the whole way, but it gave me a circle 2 putt, like close to circle's edge, so that was pretty sick. All right, so looks like I'm right on just a little inside circle's edge. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. But I still need to capitalize on the putt. I've been putting it home a little bit, trying to kind of figure some stuff out, because like I was telling you guys in my last video, I just haven't felt confident. Even though I'm making some putts, I'm not expecting to make them, so that's where that confidence is. Yeah, like that was, I don't know if it's the cold, I don't know what it is, but it's just like, they're not good strokes. I honestly, and I hate making excuses, but I feel like it's the cold and the joints in my hands, and like, yeah, I have hand warmers, but like, now I get why there's a disc golf season and why it isn't when it's cold. That really sucks. That really sucks. That honestly was an easy birdie, but we'll take a par there. All right, so same as last time. There is no basket out there, but I'm throwing to the circle. If I can get within 20, 25 feet, I'll give myself a birdie. If I cannot, then we'll play it like a par or bogey, whatever happens. I'm gonna take my bounty here, not throw it on a hyzer. I'm gonna throw it, honestly, like this is a pretty far shot, so the disc is gonna come back to the left. I'm gonna try and release it flat, right at where the basket's gonna be. Sit down now. Okay, I mean, that's pretty close. That wasn't a bad shot at all. I threw it super high, but I'm happy with it. All right, so I'm gonna walk this off just so you guys can see. For me, that was in, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're here. So it's about 20 feet. I feel like I would make that. Like that's not far at all. And I know like the last one wasn't far at all either, but yeah, like that's in. That's twice in a row. I'm gonna give myself the birdie on that. Obviously this doesn't really matter because this is a practice round, and a lot of times people don't keep score on practice rounds because then you like expect to get that birdie in the tournament, which isn't always the best. But we'll say we're 1 down. All right, so throwing from the back tee here, and I'm gonna throw a couple because some of my shots on this, like throwing my super beat it and stag, is just too inconsistent of a shot from this distance. I've made it down through the gap and like in a really good spot with that disc, but it's just, the angle has to be so perfect. So I'm gonna throw my VIP stag here on a tiny little bit of hyzer and just try and push it down there through that gap. And then I'm gonna try and throw my felon on an anhyzer and just see, because I know that one would end super stable, so I just had to be careful of that. Okay, VIP X stag here. Just skip through the gap for me. That wasn't a good shot. I feel like it's pretty numbing out here right now, guys, if I'm honest. All right, and then the one that I was really curious about was throwing the anhyzer with this felon. Yeah, see, I made it through the gap, but I'm in the woods down there. So just like I threw that Fury on hole 1, I am going to throw it here on a hyzer because I don't have much here. Throw it out on a hyzer. Actually, I might just throw it on like a really smooth just shot and try and get down to the bridge. I don't need to get an extra 40, 50 feet when it's still gonna pretty much be the same shot, you know? Just get to a spot where I can get an approach. Okay, we'll see. So you can see, even though I made it through the gap, I'm on the right side, which honestly is way worse than the left, so I'm definitely gonna go backhand in the tournament. All right, so this was not the best shot. I have no chance at a sidearm because of all these little twigs. So I'm gonna throw my lightweight diamond here, real soft. I mean, not real soft, I still have to go about 100 feet. And just want it to flip over into the circle over there. That's a massive putt. This hole, man, that was frustrating to say the least. I've never I don't know, that's the first time like trying a shot like that, even though I throw these discs a lot. And so I should have thrown it more left and let it done a little bit more work. Okay, so obviously I'm gonna go for this. See if I can maybe get a step putt in or something. Actually, yeah, we'll do this. Let's see if we can get it there. Wow, super close. Also, guys, like when I got here, I didn't warm up my putt or anything. Like here's the weird thing. If I was playing in a tournament, I wouldn't just walk onto the course and start filming, you know what I mean? That's why it's like when I'm out here playing and recording for you guys, my goal is to make a video and to hopefully have it be an entertaining one. And that takes a long time, more than just like playing around. And so a lot of times when I come out, like I don't play a couple holes to warm up or practice putting or anything like that. And honestly, I kind of need to, depending on my desire for the video. But yeah, so we're still even right here. Let's see if we can keep it going. So I've been loving throwing the trespass lately. So I'm gonna throw it here again. There's no real wind to speak of, but I still might throw it on a little bit of a hyzer and have it push straight and then die down left, because I would rather end up on the left down there than further over on the right. Oh, please. That was so low. So our first shot was actually perfect. If I had given it about 5 more feet off the ground, we probably would have been up there, which is like stupid. Like that would be insane just to throw a harp from up there or something. But yeah, in a good spot, worked out. Gonna just grab my felon and throw it and get us in a good spot for a birdie here. Oh, what in the world was that, dude? Dang it, man, that was so bad. That was so bad. All right, I'm gonna see what I can do with this Justice here. Sit down. Yeah, like I don't need to. Why am I throwing a felon from here, man? So the play from where I was just wasn't a flat shot with the felon. It was a hyzer. I needed to throw a hyzer, but because I tried to throw a flat shot, I ended up giving it too much ante and it went down here in this ditch. So now I have to lay this one like right next to it. Go in, go in. Please be in bounds. I swear, if that went out of bounds. Okay, I did not mean to run that. So the harp is right here. I still would have laid that up. And then the Justice is over there. I might have gone for that one, but still, need to pump those out a little bit more. Yeah. All right, good. Really, really happy that I saved the par there. So felon was the choice. It was just, I needed to throw it on a hyzer. All right, so we're gonna go for the trespass on this hole again. Just gonna try and throw it at these dead trees and let it pan down to the right. Yeah, that stables up. That's gonna be real nice. Nice and easy. Don't need any extra distance. All right, so from this range, I'm gonna throw my Justice and just get it to skip up towards the basket. Obviously, there's a huge backstop there, so I don't really have too much to worry about in that regard. So just gonna throw the Justice here, and I want it to skip up towards the basket. A little past. Sit down. All right, we got to putt. So I threw the harp right after that and got it right there. The harp actually pushes pretty straight for me, which I appreciate out of a overstable sidearm. Yeah, good birdie right there. Hands felt a little bit wet. I honestly should have dried them off, but still made it. So we're one down now. Just trying to stay away from bogeys if at all possible. All right, so hole 6 here is 385. And yeah, I just need to get it there. So I'm gonna throw my Grace. I threw that last time on this hole. I'm gonna throw it again now. It's been getting a really good like panning flight for me, like a little understable, but comes back. So I'm gonna try and give it a little bit more power and aim a little bit more to the left and just try and get a really good shot out of it. So come back out of it. Okay, it's still in bounds. That wasn't even close to being there. Come out of that. That Raider's so flippy now. I love that disc, but it's so flippy now. All right, so it's just gonna be a little jump putt. Be a par. I threw a couple other ones that got pretty close, but I powered up on them and they all got understable for me. All right, one down. Would definitely love to birdie this one. I know that I can, but just gotta make sure I get my full extension on my arm. I've been throwing the Sapphire on this hole, But I want to try and pump this trespass down there. Give it a little bit of hyzer, have it flip up and turn right for me. Oh my gosh, dude. You're so bad at disc golf. Oh, it pushed pretty straight. Sit down. Wow, right on the edge. All right, I'm gonna throw the new Ricky fell in here on an Annie. Just try and get some distance on it. Just trying to save par now. Get around that tree, please. All right, it's gonna be a pretty technical shot to get par here. All right, I'm gonna throw the Ricky fell in again here because I really need to dive to the right and get into the woods. I'm gonna throw it flat since it's new. I know it'll be overstable. Oh my gosh. Well, not as overstable as I thought. All right, let's see if we can settle down here and get a par. Big putt. Come on. Come on, dude. That was it. I didn't flatten it enough. Dang, man. I really didn't want to get any bogeys. All right, we're back to even. I'm not upset about that putt because that's a big putt. But the approach shot was just bad. I needed to give myself a better chance there. All right, so I have not thrown my Lucid X Moonshine Bounty yet. And I kind of want to. I normally don't throw mids on this hole, but it'll work. Let's get this out there. I'm gonna throw it flat and see how stable it actually is. Not in the best spot here. I definitely do think the mid-range is the play. I just missed my line like miserably. If I hadn't hit those branches and if I'd thrown it straight, then I'd be right out there, which would be perfect. Trying to think if I want to throw a flip up through here. That seems a little bit dangerous. I might throw a big flex line through the trees with my beat-in felon, give it some air, and let it fly. You aren't joking, right? You're joking that I hit that thing? All right, gosh, dude. This is brutal. Can't throw any real sort of flex line, so I need to throw like a little flip up. I'm gonna take my Bounty and try and release it flat, knowing that it'll pan out to the left and hopefully give us a look. Or I could, no, I can't get through here. This tree is blocking me off. All right, see what we can do here. Sit down. All right, that should be in the circle. Nice shot, Michael. All right, let's go. This is an easy putt, Michael. Yes, that was a really bad putt though. All right, good stuff. Great save. Great save there. One more hole to go on the front. All right, last hole, sitting at even, and the front nine is the easier nine. So I desperately, well, not desperately, but it'd be nice to get a birdie here. So I'm gonna throw the Bounty flat at the second big tree on the left and trust the pan out of it. Guess that'll work. Well, guys, I guess this will work. Really, really nice shot there. That's what I'm talking about. Love to get a good, easy birdie putt on the last hole. Let's go. So I didn't realize in this tournament of ours that we're playing holes A and B as well, which is two like little mini fun holes, which honestly I could birdie. So I just put par in for those right now, and I'm gonna go back and do those at the end if I remember. But we're one down right now, which is super sick. I'm happy with that, but the back nine's pretty difficult, so we gotta see if we can make something happen. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the front nine, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate y'all's time and everything. I'm excited for this tournament. I'll probably come out and play around without filming just so that I can like actually focus and try and see what it'll be like similarly to when I do play. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate y'all. See y'all in the back nine.